Welcome to Inside Edge with me, Brian Thomas, and my co-host, Lakit Peris. Inside Edge on Go for Gold. If you're a Sri Lankan lover, you'll be sad because Sri Lanka got thumped, comprehensively outplayed by the Black Caps at the Bay Oval in the second T20 a short while ago. New Zealand winning the game by a massive 45 runs. Winning the toss, Sri Lanka decided to invite New Zealand into bat, and they made good. They made 186. Now, that's a lot of runs, especially on a pitch that has a pass score of 173. Absolutely very good batting by New Zealand. But Sri Lanka had the game in control, mind you. At the end of 15 overs, the Kiwis were 124 for 5, but in the last 5 overs, the floodgates opened. Where were Sri Lankan bowlers bowling? That's the big question. They got thumped all around the park, and Sri Lanka leaked 62 runs, mind you, in the last 5 overs, and that was a little too much, I reckon, for Sri Lankan to cope with. Mahesh Theekshana was the culprit this time. Bowled to both sides of the wickets, and he got punished badly by Mitchell Hay, the wicketkeeper, who made 41 runs in 19 deliveries. He hit Theekshana for 2 sixes and 2 fours in 1 over. So where is Sri Lanka's spin cordon heading? Hasaranga was the most impressive bowler, 2 wickets for 26, as expected, but the rest of the bowling was wavered. Mathisa Pathirana conceded 34 runs in his 4 overs, much better than the 60 he conceded in the first T20. End of the day, Sri Lanka have lost the series to New Zealand, being beaten in the second T20 by 45 runs, and that's a good result if you are a Black Caps fan. Indians will be very disappointed. They lost the second test match in the 5-test border Gavaskar Trophy in Melbourne today. The 4th test, the result is that Australia have beaten India by 184 runs. So there we go. India's chances of qualifying then for the World Test Championship this summer in England looks pretty bleak. Let's have a look at the scores once again. It's very interesting because Australia, remember, made 474. India replied with a mighty grit of 368. Australia in the second innings, thanks to the tail wagging, made 234. And sadly, India, after being 112 runs for the loss of 2 wickets at tea, were bowled out for 155. And mind you, the Aussies went wicketless in the second session of play. Rishabh Pant made 30, and Jaiswal seems to be the Bumrah of the batting unit for India. He made a wonderful 82. But big guns like Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, to a great extent now, even Ravindra Jadeja don't seem to get bat to ball in those Aussie conditions. So a bit of a sad tale there for the Indian fans. Look out for our twin scripts, one coming up from the Melbourne Cricket Grounds and the other from Bay Oval, coming up shortly on Go for Gold. Thanks for listening from me and my co-host, Lakit Peris. Wish you all a very pleasant evening.